Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and good evening, and welcome to the Listone Giordano Arena for this Vaselli presentation. Thank you very much for coming out, and first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Massimo Valz Gris, and I am a journalist at Domus. Domus magazine, architecture and design magazine since 1928. So working at Domus for the past 2 years or so, I had the chance to work with Vaselli and the Vaselli family, especially with Andrea and Danilo. And it's a pleasure to be here because I had the chance to work with them and to meet them quite a few times recently. And as you probably know, they are very nice guys. Very down-to-earth, very grounded, despite the success that they are having. And one of the good things that happen when you meet with people that you like is that speaking with them, you can let your mind go freely and your thought go rambling and kind of brainstorming about things. And this is exactly what happened some 10-15 days ago. I was talking with Andrea about this very presentation and about the pieces that they would unveil today. And so I was wondering if they were going to launch an actual outside collection, because seeing the kitchen, the June kitchen by Kensaku Oshiro, and the surface by Marco Pisati, I was thinking that they would venture into the outdoor business. Because as of late, many companies and many brands are actually venturing into the outdoor, because after the pandemic, as you probably know, human beings discovered, not surprisingly maybe, that spending time outside is much better than being locked inside. And, well, being locked outside can be even worse, but spending time outside is definitely good. So many brands are now launching outdoor collection, even brands that are traditionally working on the inside. And Andrea said, no, we're not. We're not actually launching an outside collection. This is something that we felt we needed to do, this June kitchen and the surface by Marco Pisati, but this doesn't mean that we are actually going necessarily outside. And chit-chatting about this new evolution of the design, of the furniture design, we were talking about the fact that now the paradigm is shifting, and all companies try to design items and furniture that can create an hybrid space between the inside and the outside. So, as the pundits and the experts say, spaces are melting together, are blending together, are mixing, and the borders between the inside and outside is becoming more and more blurred. So there is not a clear definition anymore between what is outside and what is inside. And the home is basically an overall area where you can move from the inside and outside with basically the same taste and the same functions, and sometimes even the same kind of furniture. And Andreas said something to me that resonated with me, because he said, well, but you know what, with Vaselli this is already happening in some way, because we design, obviously, things and items in stone. And I had to agree, and it was food for my thoughts, because it was, yeah, it's true. I mean, after all, it's true. When you have a furniture in stone, you are inside, because of course you are between walls and under a ceiling, but you get the feeling of being outside, because stone is the most natural, raw, and primordial element that you can find. There is nothing more earthy, nothing more natural than stone. So when you are in a bathroom fitted with Vaselli furniture, you are indeed inside, but at the same time you could be very well in a wash house, in an ancient wash house, in a hamlet in Tuscany or in Piedmont, for example, where my family come from. I am very familiar with these beautiful wash houses where women used to wash clothes in the past. And so you get that kind of feeling which is inside but is outside-ish in some way. And another thing that it's interesting is that, for example, in the Rapolano region in Tuscany, where Vaselli obviously come from, the outside is literally filled with excavations and caves and mines, which are natural, of course, because there is nothing more natural than stone. And a cave is basically the earth, the skin of the earth being digged. So there is nothing more natural than this, but it's actually man-made, because of course the excavations and the caves are made by men. So you have this feeling, this combination of something that is natural and artificial at the same time. And even more, in Tuscany, the landscape is filled with houses and villas and farms or former farms converted into homes that are made in stone. And of course, those are man-made, so those are manufactured, but at the same time, they feel very natural because they are in stone. And the same can be said for the gardens and the courtyards, where you can find vases, statues, fountains, and so on and so forth. So you have this feeling of being at home, but being in a natural environment, being around artificial things, but being around something that tastes natural. And the same can be said, furthermore, for the interiors of those houses. For example, we have the examples of the tables designed by Daniele Lotti upstairs that are inspired by the traditional tables that are usually found in those Tuscanian houses. And those are pieces made by marble, by stone, by iron, and so they are very natural, and they are inside, and they are materials that you usually find outside, but they are inside indeed, and they are artificial, but they are very natural at the same time. So I find it pretty interesting and pretty, how can I say, it makes me think, it resonates with me, the fact that the new paradigm of the hybrid interiors and the hybrid home is something now it's being sought after and being marketed by brands and companies, whereas Vaselli is doing this just naturally because that's very much their DNA. So I think this is a matter of an inspiration and can bring some thinking about. And well, I wanted to share these thoughts with you because one thing that I find pretty funny is that when you think about fitting your place with Vaselli furniture, you obviously think about doing something very classical and very traditional, and indeed it is true. But now at the same time, in this paradigm, it can be also very trendy, which I think it's surprising and in some way funny. So this is my reflection that I wanted to share with you, and of course. The part of the success of the company, the reason why they do such extraordinary things, come indeed from the vision that the family has, and this is definitely something that is very important and very peculiar to Italian family-driven companies. There is a vision that the family has, and they pass from one generation to another. And I think that Vaselli is definitely a clear example of this vision, that it's like a beaconing light that drives the action of the company. But another reason why Vaselli does such great things is definitely their designers. I mean, the great designers that they partner with, and today we have two of them here. We have Kensaku Oshiro and we have Marco Pisati. Also Pizzuchedem should have been here, but unfortunately for personal reasons he had to leave Milan a couple of days earlier, and so he sends us ideally his greetings, and we greet him back ideally. And so we have two of those designers, and now we are going to exchange a few words with them, and probably I should start with Kensaku Oshiro. He's Japanese, of course, as you probably can say, but he's Milanese since the late 90s. So he got a master's degree at the Politecnico in Milano in 1999, I guess. And he's been working with Vaselli for quite some time already. and he has designed a beautiful outdoor kitchen June. So I would like to leave him the stage to explain you his project. First of all, thank you very much.
Buonasera a tutti. Grazie. Can I start here?
So, a presentation should start.
Okay.
Okay.
So, buonasera a tutti. This year with Vaselli, this year with Vaselli, we developed a kitchen for outdoors called June. June, as the name suggests, takes inspiration from early summer atmosphere when friends and family come together for a moment of conviviality in the open air. This solid, compact unit opens up the traditional wall-facing kitchen to allow a whole new set of context. For example, you can put it in front of the dining table, like a teppanyaki style. The symmetry and sinuous lines that characterize this kitchen are designed to support natural circular workflow like this. And the countertop is divided into two zones, which can be individually fitted to provide areas for cooking and preparation of the ingredients, serving the beverage, and washing. You can add more units to create different layout for further different options. Yeah. Moreover, 5 millimeters gap you can see all around the kitchen give visual rightness to the kitchen, still maintaining this solidity, and they are devised to provide an efficient air circulation for as the cooling system. Yeah. June is made of Toscan travertine, found in the region where Vaselli is based. It is a stone which, despite our natural coolness, delivers warm feeling. Its idiosyncratic streaks formed from gradual sedimentation flow along the sinuous curve of June and give witness to the beauty and the purity of these materials. So this block is exactly we choose to realize the first piece that we are showing upstairs.
Great, beautiful.
So now we can watch together the video.
Yeah, sure,
yeah?
Please. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. It's highly impressive to see how such a piece is built, you know, with all the fine-tuning and the extreme care for each and every small detail is very impressive. So one question. Now we see here it's the flow kitchen that I think you designed last year or 2 years ago. Last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. It's very square. The shapes are very square, while the June is more rounded, almost organic. Where does this choice come from?
In my opinion, every project should have its shape, its own shape. So the shape comes from the concept, so the concept is different. So as I said before, the June provided for 360 degrees use. So roundish shape came naturally.
Okay, okay. It feels like a DJ set, like a console. You can put the discs, right? It's a marvelous place. I hope everybody already has seen it, and just in case it's upstairs, it's a marvel, really. And another question. So, like the June as the flow are extraordinary pieces for quality and painstaking attention to small details. But the coupling of wood and of stone rather and wood is rather common, I would say. Do you think that in the future we will see the stone going together with hyper-technological materials of new generation, or you think that would be too daring?
Yeah, well, the juxtaposition of the stone with new materials is always very welcome to use when it is to meet to necessaries or to solve the problem or to give another aesthetic.
Okay.
So why not? It's
have you thought already about something or
no,
not yet?
But, yeah, not yet.
That's a good idea. That's an idea that I gave you. Okay, we can work together on something maybe.
Yeah. Too much royalties, he said, but too much.
Okay, Kensaku, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now I would like to leave the stage to Marco Pisati, another of the great designers that work for Vaselli. He's from Florence, so he's one of the capital of stone marvels in the world. And ironically, he's been working a lot with hyper-technological materials. And this time for Vaselli, it's the first project that you've made for Vaselli, the first of a long list, we hope. And it's a surface. So it's a surface called sfumato, which I guess in English you would translate with faded, something that is born flat and increases the thickness going. So would you please tell us something about this project, please?
Intanto buonasera a tutti.
And we may have a video already going, I think.
Yeah, we have a video. But first, I was here exactly 1 year ago for the fair in this showroom, and I met Andrea Vaselli. And we are Tuscany, me from Firenze, Andrea from Serre di Rapolano. And we decided to try to project something new for the company. And it was very important to visit the company and to understand the stone, the marble, the material. And then the decision was to realize stone tile systems. And the image, my idea, was to have something like a stone carpet, exactly an arazzo. I don't know in English the translation is?
Arazzo, something like a carpet, let's say.
Okay, so tapestry.
Tapestry, okay.
Tapestry, okay.
Okay, great.
And we have a lot of beautiful arazzi in Florence, and for example in Palazzo della Signoria, and the creator was Pontormo and Bronzino. And the idea was to have something very, very beautiful for the wall. And the idea was to translate the textile in a wall. And at the same time, for me, it was very important to have a flexible project. So at the end, we have only 4 different tiles. The first tile is a normal tile, a flat tile. The second is a ribbed tile. And the third, the most important tile, is the sfumato tile. So it's a mix between the first and the second. And the fourth is the checked tile. And for me, it's like the joker of composition. And the most important is the sfumato. Why? Because in the first part of this tile, the surface is flat and became ripped with different depths. So the effect is a shaded effect. And it's very beautiful because it's like a game between light and shadow on the surface. Okay.
Beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful, really beautiful. So you are used to work with highly technological materials.
Yeah.
So for those who do not know, he began his career as a designer working with the aerospatial sector, working for the Italian Space Agency, designing space suits, I guess, and maybe even environments suitable for outer space, for the moon, probably, or something.
No, not for the moon.
Not for the
was
moon.
interiors for the International Space Station.
Because
I studied architecture in Florence, but my degree was in aerospace design.
Aerospace design.
Just a little strange things also in my life.
You are used to work with the cutting-edge technology in materials and everything. And now you are, maybe the first time you are working with stone. So it's
totally different.
Totally different. What did you learn from this first stage of your new journey?
But first I discovered the soul of architecture, because working with the stone, it's very incredible. And the stone was one of the best important material, construction material in the past. Some Roman people realized the masterpiece in architecture with stone. So for me, it was very interesting.
Especially with travertine stone. So.
Yeah. Was very interesting. Something new. Not technology, low technology, but a very incredible, beautiful material.
Did you find it more tactile, more heartfelt, più tattile come esperienza?
Yes, absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Okay. And another question: when you speak about design, very often we talk about objects or items or a piece of furniture or cars, planes, ships, whatever, but things that have many functions. They have knobs, button levers, devices, something that is very complex and that can be manipulated by both the designer and then the user. In this case, a surface appears to be way more simple. So I'm not a designer, I'm not much of an expert, so my curiosity is, what does it mean to design a surface?
But it's totally different, no? A surface like it's similar to an art. Working on the surface, no?
Yeah.
And I designed it in the past, for example, wallpaper and others. I was consultant for 2 years for Ceramica Bardelli, so tiles in ceramic decoration. But in this case, it was very interesting the possibility to work in the thickness of the material.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I carved the material, and it was very beautiful and incredible. Not only a surface, but the thickness of the material was important.
Would you say that is more of an art? Would you think that it's more of an art work rather than a designing work? Più artistico? Maybe not.
I don't know. It's in the mix.
No, he's not convinced. Okay, no. I take it back. No worries. Okay, thank you very much, Marco. Thank you very much. So now it would be the turn of Pizzucadam to illustrate his new vanity unit, Lava. Unfortunately, Pizzu cannot be with us, had to leave Milan. And so I leave the stage to Andrea Vaselli, who is giving us a brief presentation of the piece.
I'll try. So good evening, and of course, it's a big challenge, not only because the the poetry in Pizzu's storytelling and talk. Even because you can say, okay, we do the lava sink, so you know what to say. But I think we are missing the real changing, the real change of the collaboration between companies and designers, because we grow because of their point of view. We are so from outside. It's a way to do that collaboration. It's a way to go out of fuori dai binari, out of the road, of the main
Out of the
road,
box.
Out of the box, yes. So it would have been still interesting, even for me, to know all the story, because all the time we design, we discuss, we are always in the rush. We finish the products the day before the event, and we never have time to reflect and celebrate. But we will resolve this this evening. So I'll try to tell the beautiful work that Pizzu Cadden Architects with Pizzu and Tom, he's leading designer for the project they do for lava. And before, I would like even to thank even Ken and Marco for their point of view about our work. And some is more curved, some is more linear, but the same we are happy because different design, different destination of use, but we are still feeling our spirit in your products, and it's something
important
that very make me happy. I think even Danilo and all the company are our collaborators. So we are speaking with Pizzu. We try to challenge ourselves. We did lava the last year, and we say, why not to renovate lava in terms of use? And look, the last year with Pizzu, it's I think it's a good observer, as maybe all of you here. And the last time took inspiration from the lava, a beautiful phenomenon, very a little more traumatic eruption.
Yeah.
That year we went more relaxing with the aurora borealis in terms even of color. And we asked Pizzu which material, and they do this selection. That, to be honest, at the very end, a little surprised us, because we are more not classical, but we are very one material, minimal, not too many color. But we like even to change. Well,
but
why not?
with Daniele Lotti, you work a lot with
yes,
colors,
we did a little experience a little before. But it's strange because we have some strange connection at the same time. Colors, different colors from different projects. I don't think Lotti and Pizzu never talked before. Maybe, so, and another interesting thing, you will see a pivot door here. You will see a pivot door here, even on the kitchen. Did you speak with Pizzu before? I don't know. So it's strange that they are coming same input, even for the project we do, the tailor-made project we do for our clients and partners. So it does this selection that, of course, the Verde Alpi that recall the color of the aurora, and the Bianco Carrara that recall the Arctic environment. And this is all the beautiful storytelling of the collection. And the original concept was to melt together two different materials and work them in the same piece. And what is interesting is that what at the end we do with all our partners and collaborators is to transform an idea, a sketch, in very technical drawings, very not with the same precision on the mechanics technology, but we need to be very keen, because you can do a beautiful concept, but without straight detail, you miss the story. And what we do with this is to use a big Bianco Carrara block carved underneath for lighting, and we made the hole for the connection, and we put this Verde Alpi cone. We sit this in the hole, and after we glue it, this we work like one block. So Pizzu gave us the input to work two materials as only one, and of course the hand finishing is the fundamental step, and at the end we even do a new function to the lava boss basin by adding new different storage unit and so we put even a different material that is the wood. Then now we are going more and more familiar even with this material. So at the end we do, of course, all this little storage unit in wood where we replicate the connection of the two materials. So the Verde Alpi hides the handle in the thickness. And at the end you have this effect that is a kind of modern painting with this green line on the white canvas. And I think it's a testimoniation of the great sensibility of the designer, and like Pizzo. It's what we miss. We are good in work. Of course, we lack the materials, but we need some help sometimes. So it's a beautiful piece of art if you see the picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Then that line are not only decorative, but even hide the storage and the handle. Of course, we have this Aurora Borealis Vulcano, I don't know how to say, and some little surprise inside with this storage unit and details. And I don't know what else to say.
Well, there is nothing more to say because it's so beautiful, so beautiful. And again, it's...
we have the video, sorry.
Oh, sure,
the beautiful video
of course,
by Francesco and the beautiful picture by Davide, since we would really like to thank, because even them are
videos and
so
pictures
good
are always
in
beautifully made.
express
For sure.
our
Always nice
idea
with
and the crazy idea of the designer. Thank you.
So beautiful, and one thing that we can say for sure is that the same attention to details that they put in their pieces, the video makers put in their videos, because every year the videos are really at the same level of the product that they depict. So before we wrap it up, I would like to leave the stage for a brief goodbye and a brief greetings to Danilo Vaselli. So please, it's all yours.
Hi, I'm Danilo Vaselli. For me, it's not usually speak in front of nice people in that special area here in Arena. But I'm sorry for my bad English because it's not my main language. And in the feast, I would like thanks Arena for their give us this space, amazing space, where we are together from 5 years. And the other partner here in Arena, I don't rank any partner because you know they are here. I'm honored, I'm proud to work with amazing designers like Marco Pisati, Kensaku Oshiro, Kedem, Daniele Lotti, all other guys, they work during the time with us. Of course, I'm proud are part of my family Vaselli because I'm third generation. My son Andrea, the 48th generation. It's we work my son, my brother, my sister, in our company, because our work is our life. We don't have any other goal in our life is different from our work. We move any day in the direction of our work because we trust seriously in what we do, because we think very important part of our life made something we like, we love. We finalize our dream in something true, because this project, it's the sample of what we do any day, because any work in our company is like a special job, not serially job, not commercial job, but custom-made job for a client who wants something special for realize your dream. And we are proud we are part of their dream of our client. I'm sorry if I don't speak in the right way, but that moment for us, it's very important moment for finalize a part of my life, I think the life of my family. I know my sister, my brother, they don't are here, maybe because they work today in the company, because they spend any moment of the day, some time of not only the day, but the weekend, for save our reputation in the market. And we build our brand day after day with little step, not with big investment in advertising, because we work with Domus, because we are selected there, because we don't want very special, gives a very special signal in the market, because we are not for everything, not because we are exclusive ourselves, but because we made something where we need very, very long time for made. Everything we make inside, we don't externalize nothing. We are, I think, one of the, I'm afraid for this, because the Italian company is famous in the world in the past. I hope in the future we continue this, for made everything inside, not externalize for save money. Because if you want the wash basin functional for your bathroom, you spend 100 euro, you have enough for you. But how much more than 100 euro it's spent for realize your dream? If you have money, it's right, you will spend money for everything you like, you spend in right way, in something they are value, not only brand, but concrete value. I'm sorry, I finished, but...
Thank you very much. Well, this is the perfect example of... This is the perfect example of why a heartfelt speech is much better than a perfect speech in terms of English. So thank you very much again. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the design week. Thank you very much.